Downwards.
On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound to nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both tired to sleep. So we took turns. So we took turns staring out the window at darkness. The boredom overtook us, and he began to speak. He said, "Son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way, by the way were, by the way they held their eyes. So if they don't mind me saying, I can see you out of aces." I can see you out of aces. For the taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice. So I handed him my bottle, and he took down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got deadly quiet, deathly quiet, and his face lost all expression. He said, "If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You better count your money. When sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting. When the dealing's done, every gambler knows the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away and knowing what to keep. 'Cause every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser. That you can hope is to die in your that you can hope is to die in your sleep. I'll sing it again. On a warm summer's eve, on a train bound to nowhere, I met up with the gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns staring out at the window at darkness. The boredom overtook us. He began to speak. He said, "Son, I've made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what the cards were by the way they held their eyes. So they didn't mind my saying, I can see you're out of race of aces. For a taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." He handed him my bottle. I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed a cigarette and asked me for a light, and the night got deathly quiet, and his face got lost got and his face got lost all and his face lost all expression. He said, "If you're going to play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You better count your money. When they're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting. When the dealing's done, every gambler knows the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away and knowing what to keep. Course, and knowing what to keep. Cause every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser. And and the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. Second word. And when he finished speaking, he took back toward the window